Good to finally leave the yard, I guess. It was a couple of close calls, and then that one wasn't much of a close one tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever you leave the yard, especially on a Friday night in a good game, it's a good feeling. And especially after this week with some of that wind wasn't helping me too much. It was nice to see one go. Remember, I still got some power in there, so it made me feel good.
What's it like trying to one up Blake Burt?
Hard. Terrible task. No, that guy has been super impressive, and I'm sure a lot of people across the country are, just now putting some respect on his, what he's done. But it's not really a surprise to most of us here. The kid is, he's special, and he's going to be, a great player. And he, having him in the lineup right now, and is playing as well as he is definitely helping us. I was joking on the radio in there. I'm like, I looked up and Zane and I only have a couple RBIs. I'm like, well, dude, every time we come up, the bases are clear because Burke's leaving the yard or hitting doubles. But it's been great, and I think if I can stay close with one-upping him this year, I'm going to have a pretty good year.
Consecutive nights where the bats kind of broke through late. Do you guys kind of know, regardless of what's going on through innings 1 through 5 or whatever, that you guys are so good that you're capable of doing that, whenever?
Yeah, I think a motto of our offense is we're always 1 inning away, right? And we get shut out for 5 innings, but we're 1 inning away, right? We had a big inning last night with 5 or 6 runs, and we had a big inning tonight. So I think props to Gonzaga. Their starters have been good, and sometimes it's, as we talk about, it's a war of attrition for starters, and it'll be the same in the SEC. Guys on Friday night, Saturday night are going to have loud stuff for the other teams, and sometimes you got to grind down the starters and get in the pens and stack together good quality at bats, and it'll break through late. But I think something nice about this team is there's no panic. You go down too early, still Chase Burns on the mound, right? We're still going to be in the zone. We're good there, and we're going to score. It's going to happen. So there's no panic, and that's a good thing to have on a team. It's we're not getting worried being down, and we don't mind scoring late.
What brought about the decision for you to want to come here? Obviously, you were at home. You're putting up numbers, having a good career. Was it just time for a new challenge, or what was the thought process there?
Yeah, I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. I wanted something different. I love Cincinnati. I love that program. I love those coaches, and most people know my brother's a freshman there on the team, and it would have been nice to play with him. But to me, it's special here, and being a graduate transfer now, I just wanted to win, and I didn't feel like anywhere else in the country was prepared to win as University of Tennessee when I transferred.
You said it's special here. What makes it special?
Looking up in the stands from right field today and seeing, the crowd and how engaged they are, and, how people are valuing this team, and, they should. People here work hard, and they go about things the right way, and this is, the coaching staff is special, and, it's a good place to play baseball, I'll tell you that.
What's it like playing for a team with a pitching staff like this, so dominant all the time?
Nice. Sometimes I feel like I'd be better served sitting down crisscross applesauce in the outfield than, standing there, but no, it's nice. That's why I think we don't panic, because you go down early, or when we're struggling to score, it's okay. Our arms are going to be in the zone, and we're going to be in the game. So if it's going to be a dogfight, scrap game, till the end, then we feel confident. If we get a lead early, then we feel confident our guys aren't going to give it up. So it's a nice peace of mind feeling as an offense, and those guys are good. And what people don't realize is how much better they've made our lineup. We play them all fall, we play them all spring, and I'll tell you firsthand, it ain't the most fun thing in the world. When you look up and on the scrimmage chart and you got Dollander, Burns, and Beam on the day for your 3 at-bats, but it makes you better. And I think that's going to pay dividends later down the road that we've been through that.
In terms of being here and being around the guy, what was that transition like for you, and how much different was it than you expected? Because I imagine, you talk to other guys in the game and stuff, but
yeah.
If you just watched Tennessee on TV before, not everybody loves, obviously, this program. what was your thought process? Did it surprise you at all when you got here?
I think people will be surprised of baseball players across the country. It's a lot of the same kind of guys, and I knew the reputation that Tennessee had coming in, and honestly, I kind of liked it. It's part of the reason I'm here. I'm kind of a fiery competitor myself, and I want to win as badly as anybody else. So I kind of wanted to be surrounded by people with the same mindset. As far as locker room fit in, I think that's something that we've excelled at. Is we have a lot of good players that are going to be big leaguers for a long time, but there's no egos. You know, people drop their egos. We're here to play, to win. You know, we're here where there's no finger pointing. It's everybody on the same track with the same goal, and I really think that's a testament to, you know, the higher up leadership in this program.
Two more guys.
Tony mentioned guys joke around, call you grandpa.
Yeah, I'd like to clear the record real quick. I'm the 5th oldest on the team, so they can call Sewell, Christian Scott, Halvey. I can go down the list. We call them grandpa, but no, that's from Q.
But just what's it like coming in and playing with a roster that's so young and then bringing in the experience?
Yeah, I think it's given me a second role on the team. I think everybody probably looks at me and says, okay, that kid needs to play a good outfield and drive in runs in the middle of the lineup. But what they don't see is in that locker room, I have a lot of, you know, experience that I've learned the hard way and the good way. That's kind of piled up that I can, you know, dump off on these guys because they're so talented and they're so young and they're so, I mean, I look at the outfield group and you got Dylan Dreiling and Reese Chapman and Gavaris Tears and even, you know, even Booker and even Dickey a little bit. Like, I can make them better players if I, you know, share the things that I've learned. And I think that's why they call me grandpa, because they think I'm, you know, figured everything out and I'm wise and smart, which isn't right. But yeah, it's just a second role to me to be, you know, a leader on this team and help those guys, you know, transition to being good players. You have the freaks like Blake Burke and, you know, Christian Moore that transition quicker than others. But some guys, you know, there's growing pains. And if I can assist them in those growing pains, you know, that's probably the biggest compliment I could get.
I mean, you came from obviously a good place and a good program and a good league, but how excited are you to get into SEC play in a couple of weeks? I imagine a lot of guys talk about that as a big draw, wanting to play in this league. Is that part of the reason for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that the SEC is what it is in baseball, and you know, all the good players across the country, they want to play in that league. They want to compete against, you know, guys that they feel are on their, you know, their talent level and their competitive level. You know, to me, it's been exciting to, you know, I don't even know how many games I've played in my career. It's a lot, a couple hundred probably. But when you get out there and it's like, I feel like a little kid every day again, right? And you know, that's a good feeling. It's fun. Not that it wasn't fun at Cincinnati, it really was, and I enjoyed every second I had there. But just being in a different place with different, you know, stakes is really just let me take off some stress and make the game fun.